Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Peasant Strike Back. Tonight's episode is called The Warriors of Good Deed Strike Back, and that has me very concerned. So,
Hashtag concern.
yeah. So we'll see
Surely
what
nothing
happens.
will go wrong.
Of course not. So yeah, before we jump into the thick of things, and especially given tonight's title, real briefly want to go over how you, the viewers, can affect the story, and help out the players and or GM if you would like. So if you notice in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, there's a whole list of different things that you can gift to the players or the game master. Most of those are pretty self-explanatory, but a couple that may not be are the Switch, which basically means if you give that to a player or the game master, when somebody says, all right, I'm going to go do this thing to that thing, the person with the Switch can play that and go change the action. So instead of I'm going to punch that bad guy, it's I am going to do something else to the bad guy. Those can be really, really funny. And also sometimes really, really mess up the players, which is kind of fun. The other one we have on there is...
Did you switch to I'm gonna punch that bad guy just to screw up my my joke that I had prepared?
I don't think
Because
so.
I was totally planning to say, "Hey Raven, how come you always say if I want to flirt with the bar wench every time you mention this ability?" And you have up until this very session.
I was like, hey, I should switch it up a little bit today.
Only because I was about to make a joke about it. That's
Okay. So
somehow you were
hold
reading
on.
my mind.
Let me switch my action there and say, so if you were going to seduce the barmaid, instead it would be...
Punch the barmaid?
There you go. So you can see switches can be very, very fun. The other one is the $15 one, which is a complication, which is not, I guess, as self-explanatory. You can complicate our lives. So as long as it's setting appropriate and appropriate in general, try to keep it around PG-13 or under. You can throw in whatever complication into the story that you would like, and that can make the player's life more difficult, the game master's life more difficult, or all of our lives more difficult, but in fun and interesting ways. So some cool stuff that you can do there just as a viewer, and of course, hanging out, chatting, and all that is super appreciated as well. With that, we're going to go do some quick introductions here. We're going to go around. I'll start with myself. I, of course, am Raven, professional game master, tabletop streamer, obviously, and tabletop designer. So you can find me here pretty much. The holidays are going to be a little wonky, but starting January, every day except for Sunday, I will be here. So that's me. I play Moira, who is an entertainer slash barkeep, and I guess slash mafia member now after last session. She's the hype person and kind of babysits everybody else. Though she can get herself into her own trouble every once in a while, but she's usually getting everybody else out of trouble. That's kind of her. So with that, I'll pass it down to Buggy. Tell us a little bit about yourself and Tor and where we can find you on the internet.
Howdy. I'm Buggy. You can find me on Twitter at Buggy2077. I'm a screenwriter. I play Tor, the old-ass half-orc militia, which I cannot tell Josh enough how much I love this class. But, yeah.
Really?
I'm not in the Mafia. Yet, maybe. I don't know.
That's good to hear that you love this class, given that I purposely made all of the classes to kind of suck.
I just like it's new. It's unique.
Yeah, that's true. It is that. They all are unique, that's for sure.
I love it. And you can find me on Twitch also at team_totem_. I do gaming and D&D and make an ass of myself, yeah.
Great.
Oh,
And then Gwen, tell us a little bit about Ella and yourself and where we can find you on the interwebs.
I'm reading chat right now, and I absolutely want to be without Molotov cocktail.
I think it's 100% confirmed now as well that Joshua is in fact a druid.
Yeah, I
yeah.
use polymorph on the reg. I use polymorph on the reg. No, I'm not a druid. I am a Lithari elf, which is a rare subspecies of elf that is thought to be extinct, but is not actually extinct. And we can turn into canines at will.
In short, he's the goodest boy.
Yeah.
I am the goodest boy.
Yes. But yes, Ella. About
Yes.
Ella. Ella's the. Well, you said Moira is, but I think Ella is the responsible one that gets everyone.
No. I didn't say Moira was the
everyone.
responsible one. I just said she babysits and gets people out of trouble.
Didn't Ella
It's a
like?
far cry from being responsible.
Didn't Ella like work while Moira is trying to get us out of jail?
Exactly. Ella's the responsible one that wants everybody to succeed, but also it wants to stay out of the action as much as possible and just be support.
Ella is the one who's 2 shots away from causing a riot.
Start a
And also-
goddamn boogaloo.
And also wants to throw a Molotov cocktail this episode now. Because that's a great idea.
Could happen. All right, cool. And then we can also find you at Potato Hallow on Twitter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Perfect. In fact,
Yeah.
you can find all of us on Twitter at the names that are below all of our lovely faces. With that, we will toss it on up to Noir.
Hello. Hi. You can find me like she said on my Twitter here. You can find me on all the social under @Noir Enigma. That's gonna be your Instagram, your Facebook, your SoundCloud. Cause I do music. Woo. I'm playing Holden Tuddick. He is what I would. He's the blacksmith of Daggerford, and what I would like to consider the mastermind of the operation. He's got some wild ideas, and sometimes they hit.
Let's just say he is an instigator who makes things happen. Whether they are good,
Yeah,
still
you
remains to
know,
be seen.
can't make an omelet without killing some heroes. Anyway, yeah, you can find it. We all the social stuff, and also I'm doing a thing where I am opening up commissions for D&D music. So if you have a character or a campaign that needs a little oomph to it with some music, please contact me on any of the socials. Let me know, and we will get you something that sounds pretty cool. I think that's it.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And regarding that mastermind comment, I have to just say, imagine my hand on your shoulder. Noir, we're friends, right?
Keep it in the game, please.
And with that, last but certainly not least, our very talented dungeon master, Joshua. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're working on.
Hi, so my name's Joshua Barbeau. You can find me on Twitter at Joshua Barbeau. It's right there. Let's see, what am I doing? Well, right now, as of 2 nights ago, I hit 1,000 followers on Twitter, and it's just I'm still kind of reeling from that milestone. It's like the idea that 100 people are willing to follow me on Twitter, let alone 10 times that, is just it blew my mind. Like I almost cried. If these things that look like eyes were capable of making tears, I would have for sure cried.
That is deep.
So to commemorate that, I am doing a giveaway. Nothing fancy because I'm super poor, but I am going to give away a set of dice. If you want to enter, just go to my Twitter. There's a tweet somewhere on my page. It's fairly recent. It'll say giveaway in the tweet. And if you like that tweet, are following me, and you comment the colors or color of dice you would like to receive, then you'll be entered into that giveaway, and you might receive a set of pretty dice from me. That's one thing I'm doing. I've recently become published on the DMs Guild. I've talked about it here a lot, but it's I have a supplement there called Wrong Turn Dragon Heist, which is a supplement meant to help dungeon masters who are running Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Specifically, it's to help put the story back on track if your story gets off track in one of a number of different ways. It's also useful just in general if you are running Chauncey. Relax. He's very excited. It's also useful just in general if you're running in the setting of Waterdeep, because as you know, if you're running in a game set in Waterdeep, there is a lot of harsh laws in play, and it's very easy for your players to get on the wrong side of the law. So one of the sections in that book is meant to give you an alternative to sentencing your players to life in prison. What's more, as Buggy mentioned, they're all of these players are playing custom classes that I designed. Sure, they're nothing spectacular, but they are unique. They are custom peasant classes. So if you yourself feel like playing a character who feels more like an NPC than a PC, then you will be able to, because before this campaign is done, I will be releasing, current working title is John Doe's Guide to Being an NPC on the DMs Guild. All of the yeah, I know, right? All of the mechanics are finished. I'm just working on the lore. I've teamed up with a fantastic writer to help me do some John Doe's or Joe Blow's running commentary throughout the whole thing about what life is like as an NPC that's different from a PC, and some other stuff. So keep your eyes open for that. And geez, this list goes on forever. I just completed working on a new race, a Greek mythology inspired race called the Olympian, which is basically a half deity. If you have one parent who is a god and another parent who is a mortal, you get the Olympian.
You're telling
basically,
me I can play Percy Jackson?
Hercules.
Yes!
Basically, Percy Jackson, Hercules, Kratos, any of those types of characters fit right into this race as if it was made with them in mind. It is distinctly different from other divine inspired races. Like we already have the Azamar, which is a being that was blessed by their god. Well, this is not a being that was blessed by the god, but specifically one that was sired by a god. So there's some cool things that they can do. One of the things I'm most proud of for one of the ideas I had for the race that I'm most proud of is that unlike other races, the ability score increase for that race also increases your maximum threshold for that ability score. So normally you can only increase your ability scores to 20, but if you are an Olympian, maybe your strength score, specifically if you're an Olympian descended from a Tempest deity like Zeus, then your strength score can go up to 22. So that's pretty cool. It certainly makes them feel godly. Let's see. Yeah, so that's a pretty good list of things I'm working on. You can catch me here running the Peasant Strike Back, and starting tomorrow I'm premiering another show, but we'll talk about that on the outro, because that's when we usually talk about where you can see us next. Yeah, I've talked enough. Who wants to do a recap?
Chauncey wants his screen time. Let him do the
Chauncey
recap.
wants his screen time. Chauncey, you can do the recap. What do you think happened last week, Chauncey?
Pretty accurate, bud. You can't beat that. Felt like I was there again. He's a good boy.
It's a standing O. That is a standing O.
I don't think we even need to play Black Fellas. I think he's got it covered.
just in case some people don't speak dog, don't speak canine, maybe one of you can translate.
Let's see.
What?
Let's see. The Warriors of Good Deeds found what's her name's body. The dwarf. Stormbreaker or something like that.
Stormwind.
That's right.
Stormwind. That's what it was.
It was
Oh, yeah.
Stormbreaker. It was Stormbreaker. You keep calling her Stormwind or something like that, but it's
Moira
was,
nicknamed her Wind Cutter, as
The
in
Black Chillits one, yes.
yes.
Natalia
anyways.
Stormbreaker.
That's it. That's it. So yeah, the Warriors of Good Deeds found her dead body and took her to the castle, and everybody did get out of jail and all that jazz. But we found out that they were going to do a spell to speak to the dead, and that's when we went, oh shit, and decided to leave town. Ella charged the Daggerford family through the nose for ingredients for the spell. And apparently Lady Daggerford is sabotaging this thing that she suggested in the first place, which is very confusing. But unfortunately, most of us, if not all of us, don't actually know about that. So the plan was to go to Tribor or Neverwinter. Kind of got lost in the mix there. And then Moira joined the Black Market Exchange or something like that. What was it called? Black Network.
Mafia?
That's what it was. Which is basically the Mafia, yeah. To get everybody transportation to Neverwinter, which was supposed to be like almost instantaneous. And I think that's about where we left off.
That sounds about right. So we're gonna pick up.
Oh, also, at the end, Ella gave Moira a note telling her what happened. Because Ella trusts Moira.
What all did the note say again?
It said, don't worry if you see the body walking about, it's not actually going to say anything, basically.
Cryptics.
Okay.
It's animate dead, not raised dead.
Ella,
Don't you just hate when you mix those up?
Don't you just hate it?
I don't think I understand what you're trying to say in this note. Why would it be doing the thing that you said in the note?
I'll explain later if you want, but not here. Not here. The walls have mirrors.
What the fuck do you mean the walls have mirrors?
I said ears.
Oh, I thought you said mirrors. I was like, where else would the feckin' mirrors go?
Big facts.
Well, are we leaving tomorrow then? Because that's when I've arranged transport for us.
Is Mr. Hardcheese still with us?
Yes, so Mr. Hardcheese, as we recall, sat down at your table and said, I'm in. Whatever you're planning, whatever
that's right.
scheme you want to do to kill these warriors of light, or warriors of good deeds. Warriors of Light are a different band.
We don't talk about them.
Whatever you want to do to kill these warriors of good deeds, especially that halfling, I'm in. You have my help.
Well, that's quite unexpected.
That's a little reassuring, I guess.
We're great. We're happy to have you.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we should get to the brass tacks of it. We should see who all we should see everybody that we have that's on the same side here. Let's build a little bit of a rebellion and then murder them in their sleep.
Murdering in sleep, yes. Murdering
High five.
in their sleep. Yes. Yes, that's
High five.
yes.
Kogan, you're scaring me a little bit. You okay?
Now Koga's
Well,
feeling it.
it's just the wheels be turning. I just want to make sure if we're murdering them in their sleep that the halfling is in his own bed when we go to murder him in his sleep.
Oh, I get he's because of the daughter.
Oh,
Oh, right about that.
All right, so circling back to the whole mafia thing. So apparently I'm part of the Black Network now.
congratulations.
How did that happen?
Well,
I don't know. It just sort of happened.
You don't slip,
Well,
fall, and end up in the mafia.
Oh, come on,
well,
come on.
congratulations.
You know how it is.
Well,
Some days
I
it
was like,
rains.
oh, we need to get out of town, and then a very attractive lady said, "Oh, I know somebody that I know a guy." Basically, is what she said, and said you need to talk to the snail. And I was like, "The snail? That's a weird name." And she's like, "I know, but that's the guy you need to talk to." So I went and talked to the guy, and apparently he's part of the Black Network, and he said he could get us to Neverwinter Lakety Split, and I just have to do a couple of favors.
So you talked to a pretty girl who introduced you to a snail. That's
Well, he
gonna
wasn't
get you to
actually a
Neverwinter.
snail.
Well, that's just
Oh.
disappointing.
I know the story was so much better in my head.
Yeah.
I imagined the little snail with the top hat.
Yeah, with like
Well,
a mustache.
he is a small
Yeah.
person. He's a halfling.
Hey.
Well, there's several small races.
Hey, I'm just saying he's I mean, he's closer to a snail's height than say Tor here.
And you get the mafia to help us with the
Now?
I'm sorry, Holden. I don't speak mime.
He said you can get them to help us kill them.
Thank
All
you.
right. Perhaps if we all joined the Black Network, I'll see if I can get us a referral bonus or something.
You want us to?
No, I respect your decision, but it's not for me.
You know, I'm gonna have to side with Ella here. I don't know if I told you all the best news of the day, though. All right, so Mr. Fullhammer is now
Yeah.
working in my shop,
That's great. It's great.
and he also wants to murder the heroes. I mean, he wants to the heroes.
You already said it. You might as well just stick with it.
Holden, how much have you had to drink so far?
Too much.
I can tell. I don't think that story is true.
No, I went with him. I went with him to his shop while he was there. We
Moira, you think I drank too much? You accidentally got inducted into the mafia.
We're not talking about that right now.
You went outside with no intentions of being in the mafia. And
Joshua,
then at the end
you're
of the
muted.
day. Oh, wait, what's up?
Joshua was saying something, but Joshua is muted.
Oh. Then at the
No, Joshua. So That's funny. No, Joshua was just making sure that he still knew what how to do the snail's accent. being muted was intentional, but I guess I forgot that you could still see my lips moving.
Yeah, you looked like you were doing a character voice. I was like, oh, he's probably doing hard
I
cheese.
was doing a character voice. I was making sure I still knew how to do the snail in case he comes back.
The key is to give up on the character voice in the second
Oh
episode.
my gosh. I'm sorry I interrupted you, Noir.
No, you're good. He was just gonna go. You walked outside with no intentions of being in the mob, and then hours later you were in the mob. How much have you drank?
Nothing yet.
That is a problem, Moira. You're a good friend.
You are too. All right. So how did
I am very happy for all of you. And yes, I have news, but not for you or you, pointing to Holden and Tor.
Thank God we're a team. Okay.
It's okay, Tor. You always matter to me.
Miss me with that, Holden.
Bring it in, bro.
All right.
I'm taking 2 steps back.
So yeah, I can try to get my favor changed to helping us, to the warriors of good deeds. I don't know how you put it earlier. I can give it a shot, but there's the whole thing of they're going to talk to the dwarf that got the axe, so to speak.
Right. Right.
But hold on, not Holden. Just a second.
Oh, okay. I always get confused when that happens.
Moira's gonna turn to Ella and go, let's go over there and you can explain what this note means so we can figure out what the feck we're doing.
Okay. As long as we're out of earshot.
So we'll go over to the corner or something like that.
You ever feel like you're getting cut away from Holden?
Yeah. Should we go snoop?
Nah. Say get back. No.
I mean, I'm pretty sneaky, but okay.
You're also drunk.
That's why I'm pretty sure I'm sneaky.
Well, I got visited by the lady. What's her name again? I don't remember.
Daggerford?
Daggerford. Yeah, that's
Lady
right.
Daggerford.
Yeah.
It's only
I
the
get-
same name as the city you're in.
I got visited by the Lady Daggerford.
Holy shit,
And-
that's the lady.
Yes. I don't think it was a big deal, but also I'm not supposed to have seen her, so there's that, which I'm fine with. She told me to burn all the incense, which I've already made the giant pit and put all the incense in there and burnt it.
I was wondering what that smell was as I was walking down the street. It's like, damn, it smells good out here today.
Yes, I had a giant bonfire. But she also wanted me to make a potion that brought the dead to life, but not really. So that's what I did. So if you
All right.
if you see the dwarf walking about, that's because they're not alive, but they're moving.
Right, they're like a puppet.
Yes.
So
Now,
so
I
that's
have-
supposed to happen instead of the making her talk.
Exactly. So you have nothing to worry about. Although I have no idea why you were worried in the first place. But
Because she was going to tell everyone who it was that gave her the axe.
I still have no idea what you're talking about. But I think it's better that I don't.
Alright, fair enough. Okay, so we don't have to leave town. So I better get over there and talk to the snail and put in for a transfer, I suppose.
But I figured I'd explain it to you because I really don't know what they would do to fuck it up. But I figured they would find a way.
Noir, Buggy, I'm sorry, but Moira's gonna say something. No, I'd get that. No, that was probably a good idea. Let me go talk to the snail and we'll go this different direction with it.
At the
Awesome.
same time
Thank
that's
you.
going down.
Holden, you got any fives?
Go fish.
Damn it!
Tor, while they're coming up with their secret plan, we should have a secret plan
That
too.
just sounds terrible.
No, we should do an undercover recruitment drive.
What is this? You know, I'm just gonna say this because I want to see where this is gonna go.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start a rebellion, a full-on army against the warriors of good deeds.
Okay, you had me.
Hold on.
And oh,
It gets better.
okay.
We now have the money of the town. He points to the bartender. Kogan. Fuck his name up every time.
Well, I mean, you definitely have my support.
Yeah, we have his support and his money. Don't listen to him.
You definitely have my support, and I am fairly wealthy, but I don't have the entire money of the town. I'm not the bank.
It's a good
I
portion.
run a money lending operation.
He's got money.
A lot of people owe me money,
Yep.
but I don't have their money.
Yeah.
If anything, I've given them money that they
Right.
now owe me back with interest.
And that
Which
they
is
gave
what-
to the heroes of good deeds.
Exactly.
Well, yes,
How's
the
that
heroes of good deeds owe me a lot.
No, I'm saying the people that owe you money gave all their money to the heroes of good deeds, so now no one has no money. Got any fours?
Go fish!
Damn it again!
Is Moira able to overhear the whole they owe Mr. Hard Cheese money?
Sure.
Roll up.
Okay.
I don't know. You went out of earshot for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can roll hearing.
And this
Or
was happening
perception.
at the same time as your conversation.
Okay, that's fair. I just had a funny thing that Moira was going to do.
make a perception check.
I'm also going to make a perception check.
Thank God, Moira can't hear me losing at Go Fish.
Nice.
Whoa,
Sure, you hear enough of
Oh,
it to
shit.
get the gist.
Okay, so the only part I wanted to overhear is the, a lot of people owe me money. So Moira will come up and go, so what you're saying is they owe you favors,
No, I'm saying they owe me money.
which could be turned into a favor, which means we could have them help us.
I suppose. Maybe.
A favor in exchange for the debt being paid off? Not a bad
Exactly.
idea.
Agent Chaos just said, and this is why Moira's in the mob.
And we have Foehammer, who can outfit a rebellion if there's some money involved, I'm sure. All we need to do now is just get the people. And we have very influential people that are already on the side of murdering the bastards. So we're halfway there.
We have two people other than
I don't know.
ourselves.
It still sounds like we're living on a prayer.
But we're halfway there, Moira. I got this. I'll do it. I'll do it. I got this. I'll judge myself here. That's a one.
I couldn't resist, I'm sorry.
I don't even know what I was gonna say. that rocked me out of character. God damn it, Agent Chaos. Do not support this nonsense.
Even Chauncey thought that was a bad pun. Did you hear him whine?
Hey, judges gave me a one on that.
Oh, goodness.
I hear Chauncey.
Okay, so we've got two influential people that are already on the side of this rebellion. And maybe the mafia, and then Ella, you could bring someone to the table, and then that's it. We've got the town, we've got people, we've got them with weapons. Let's just end this. We're so close. We've already taken down their healer.
But we're also weak.
Yes, that's why we have many people do it in front of us.
I can just imagine how many people are gonna die because of this, though.
Yes, but then when it's over, we don't have to deal with them anymore.
But I suppose that's true. Especially if we're the ones that are dead, but hopefully that won't be the case.
I mean, I'm willing to risk at least one of you.
Well, here's another thought. If there are a lot of us,
Yes.
we've already established that the Warriors of Good Deeds are essentially cowards.
Yes.
Maybe they'll run away.
If we take down one more of them, maybe. They didn't really get the message with the first one.
That's fair. Though they did think it was the Crimson Cart that did that.
Yeah.
You hope.
Yeah, and they might find out some way, but I doubt it.
The one guy was pretty convincing before Lady Daggerford was like, "Oh nope, this is a forgery."
I say we go after the halfling first. I think his crimes have been the most grievous to Daggerford.
And Ella's just really surprised because she's learning about half this stuff just now.
Yeah, it sucks being left out, doesn't it, Ella?
Yeah, Ella. Threes.
I wouldn't worry about it. It's just don't worry about it. It was not anything that we need to discuss right this moment. Well, if we're gonna do that, then I need to go talk to the snail and change our transportation.
Like, are you sure it's not a real snail?
Yes, I'm sure. I talked to the man.
You could have lied.
What if it's a snail in a halfling's body?
Mmm.
Well, then we're all right,
Oh,
folks.
Ella, you've been breathing in too many incense.
Yeah. Wait, you got transportation from a person named Snail, which is a notoriously slow creature?
Yes, it's all very ironic. I know.
When were you gonna make it to Neverwinter?
It's supposed to take us like a quarter of a Bing Bang Boom.
So a bee? You were gonna be there in a bee?
Well,
No, a
technically
bit.
that's
Yeah, that's too much
technically
math
that's
for me.
that's a third, but
It's
yeah,
a bit.
more or less.
Too much math.
I'm a blacksmith. Half the job is math.
I got transportation for all of us though.
Well, I mean, I'm on the side of staying and dealing with them. Who's on the side of leaving and who's on the side of staying?
I was never planning on leaving, ever.
Ella, you really got to travel at some point. You can't just stay in Daggerford. You really got to work on this. You got to treat yourself, girl.
No, thank you. I am quite busy. Thank you very
There's
much.
a whole world out there.
Hogan.
You can...
Kogan says, "Well, I ain't going nowhere. Not till that halfling's dead. And even then, not after."
Well, that's 3 for murder. I mean, that's 3 for I mean, Tor.
Sorry, I was typing. All right. Well, frankly, I'm kind of indifferent. I could go. I could stay. I don't really fucking care, just as long as I don't get killed. So, let me go talk to the snail. I'll see what they can do.
All right.
All right. Yeah, that sounds. I'm going back to work. All of you have a great day. Don't die. Don't fuck everything up.
Glad to see you hold us in such high standards, Ella.
You're my friends, but
I've never
I
fucked up a thing in my life.
just I find it hard to believe. Just being frank with you.
Person who's never had a shot there down say what?
What?
What? Excuse me.
All right, we're all gonna go about our business, make our money, and you're gonna go talk to the mafia boss, and then we'll all get set. I'm gonna enjoy my day with one full hammer. Good day.
Don't
Now, when you say you're gonna go enjoy your day, what
There's something
exactly
you're not
do you mean?
telling us, Holden?
yeah, don't have too much fun.
No, me and Fullhammer just gonna go to the Smith and bang it out.
You know, I'm gonna put my hand on my shoulder. Holden,
Yes, absolutely.
I'm glad you're being yourself, buddy.
They were just gonna
Maybe
hammer it
put
down.
like a sock or something like that on the dart.
Yeah.
Just so.
Oh no, I've got my open sign up. I want people to come in and see. It'll be great for business for everybody to see me and Fullhammer banging it out.
Oh bloody
Holden,
hells!
Holden, it really feels like you're trying here.
I
Yeah, I'm
don't
trying to
know
get business.
why.
Go, just go. Just
I
God
really-
damn it.
Really don't know why.
And that's my brother. Jesus Christ.
And Ella just leaves.
Yeah, Tor's leaving too.
I
God.
got to go see a man about a snail. Be
So
back.
Two Dicks is gonna stay open for business and bang some things out with another door.
Yeah, we're just gonna bang out some gear.
Yeah,
Damn it!
That's my
with their
brother.
tools.
If you guys put it in that direction, I will take it there.
Oh, Holden will be taking something.
Oh, water right up the nose, Joshua. Damn it!
Don't forget to get your tools nice and hot first.
Of course. You know, this ain't my first rodeo. You know, I know how to bang it out with another blacksmith.
Oh, you
No.
got to oil it
This
too.
hurts. This hurts.
Yep.
You got
No,
to oil it.
You only oil it when it's done.
Lube is essential.
Gotta
Okay.
get
So
it hot
Moira's going
for
to
some
see the
beans.
snail.
All right, so Moira is going to see the snail. We're gonna shift the camera of attention to
Quickly.
Moira and
Away.
away from the rest of y'all.
I'm a-okay with that.
Please.
Yes.
Oh,
Moira.
and don't forget to use protection.
God.
Moira, you find yourself at the other Shining River Tavern.
Okay.
Standing outside, outside the door that is the snail's permanent room there. The guard lets you in,
All right.
and you see the snail. Well, you go in to see the snail, and you don't immediately see him. You just see a couple of the people he was playing poker with the other night,
Okay.
sitting there arguing over something or other. When they see you, they abruptly stop whatever they were arguing about and say, "The snail's in there," and points to the bathroom.
Right.
The door is ajar.
I think I'll wait out here for him to be finished with his business in there.
The one with the scar on his face, who you might recall is named Zolkin, says, "Oh no, he's gonna be in there all afternoon. Just go on in. You're not the only one."
I'm concerned. but okay. Whatever you say, Sulkin Zulkin.
You walk in to a steam-filled bathroom.
Oh dear.
To find a naked halfling in a bathtub filled with suds and bubbles.
Oh, thank gods for that.
There is there's two other individuals in the bathroom. One is a female halfling who is manicuring his toenails because his feet are hanging out of the bathtub. It is it's astonishing that his feet are hanging out of the bathtub and that his head is not under the water, given how short he is and how big the bathtub is. You imagine he must have some sort of bathtub stool that he's sitting on.
or his feet are
something.
just really big. You know what they say about big feet.
That's true.
Oh my God.
That's true. And the other person here is a man, one of the guys that was playing poker with him the other night. This guy's skinny, has little spectacles on the end of his nose, and a comb over, and he's got a clipboard with some papers on it, and he's taking notes. And when you walk in, the snail looks up at you and says, "Hey, good to see you again. Welcome to me bathtub."
Thank you very much, Mr. Snail, sir. Terribly sorry to disturb you while you're, bathing.
Oh, no, it's nothing, of course. Everyone sees me bathing. If people didn't disturb me while I was bathing, well, I wouldn't get hardly anything done.
All right, fair enough. So I had a slight
I
change.
spend half my day in here. It's how I look so young and youthful and attractive.
That makes sense, yes. So I had a slight change of plans, and I wanted to run some things by you. So it turns
Oh,
out...
yes, of course. Jeffrey, and the little skinny pencil man with the spectacles says, "Yes, sir. You can go. We're done discussing finances right now." "Yes, sir. And don't slip on the way out."
That's a good one there.
Yes, I am really good at this pun thing. That was a pun. You get it, right?
Absolutely. It goes really well with that one. How did it go? But his aim is getting better.
Oh, yes, that one. I totally remember it, and it was hilarious.
Right? It's
doesn't
fantastic. I know. But Moira's just like, yep. Anyway, so turns out I don't need to go to Neverwinter. So I
You
don't
need to go to Neverwinter, but I booked you passage and everything.
Well, that's why I was hoping, it being, only maybe an hour or two prior, was hoping that you hadn't booked the travel yet.
Well, have. But for you, I suppose that's not a big deal.
Oh, I greatly appreciate it. So, what I was thinking...
I like you, Moiri. It was Moiri. Yes, I like you, Moiri.
Close enough. I like you too. That's actually why I was thinking I could stay here, not go to
Here?
Neverwinter.
You can't stay here. This is my private room. Then again, it feels like half of my people never leave.
Well, by here I meant
They might as well be staying here.
in Daggerford in general.
That was a pun.
That was a good one.
Yes. Yes, it was. I only make good ones.
Anyways, by here I meant Daggerford in general. So I could, being an entertainer and whatnot, I can find all sorts of. I overhear all sorts of things, secrets sometimes, and information, things like that. So I think I could be a real help to the organization here. But the problem, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, the Warriors of Good Deeds. Seems like the whole town is that whole tide is really starting to turn. We're talking to more and more people who are ready to just give them the boot.
Yes, well, they are annoying.
Yes, so what I was thinking, I can help out the Black
But
Network
I
here.
thought you had to go to Neverwinter to help in giving them the boot. I thought your whole reason for going was to get rid of them in the long run.
Yes, that was the plan, but it turns out the plan has been accelerated. As I was getting ready to
I do
leave,
like accelerating things.
it's fantastic. But as I was getting ready to leave, talked to a couple of different people, and they rather surprisingly said, "Hey, I hear you're not a fan of the Warriors of Good Deeds. I want to help. I know lots of other people that are wanting to help as well." So, turns out we're getting a whole band together, and we're
A band?
of sorts, not the musical kind.
Oh, I get it. It was a pun.
Exactly. Oh, feckin' puns. Anyways, so I was thinking there might be something else that you might like to do to help the town out to get these Warriors of Good Deeds out, which would, of course, make the Black Network job a little bit easier on all of us.
Yes, of course. I wasn't following you.
It's all right. Basically, don't need the transportation. Just need help. Help out the citizens as they give the Warrior to Good Deeds the boot, and I can repay you by gathering information and passing that along.
Sounds like a good plan. But what if it backfires? What's the contingency? There always has to be a contingency.
Well, if it backfires poorly, and they're coming after us, then we might be needing that transportation after all.
Yes, but I can't leave Daggerford. You understand that if we are going to help you oppose the warriors of whatever, well, let's just say it can't come back to bite me in the arse.
Right.
I'm
But,
a
I
very
mean-
important person, in case you can't tell.
If something like that happened, where it all backfires, they find out about me and my friends, and they come blaming us, then I don't know who the fuck you are.
That's right. You don't know who the fuck I am.
Who,
That was a
I don't
pun.
That's fantastic. Yes.
Laugh!
What
And
what
and
even is a
smacks-
snail?
He smacks the girl who was doing his manicure, and she's like, she's not as into my puns as Zolkin is.
Oh yes.
Hey Zolkin, you
Zolkin.
still out there? He's probably still out there. Laugh, dummy! He's probably laughing.
Moira's being not in the tub. Will stick her head out and be like, "Oi, Salkin, you laughing?" He's laughing, but it doesn't sound like he's putting his heart into it.
sometimes you just have to motivate someone personally, you know? And he stands up from the tub and gets out of the tub.
Moira does this number where she's like got her hand out, just looking away, like trying to block the exposed parts.
If you go to block your line of sight, and you realize there aren't any exposed parts, he's wearing shorts. He wears shorts in the bathtub, apparently. They are blue with little yellow duckies on them.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
I love the snail so much. I can love the snail.
That's amazing.
He puts on a bathrobe, a gold bathrobe, and he walks out into the room and says, "Hey, when I tell you to laugh, dummy, you laugh. I know you don't have a sense of humor, but how are you supposed to work on it unless you listen to me?" Vulcan says, "Sorry, sir. My Google Home thinks I'm talking to him." She says, "That's a pun, right? Ha 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 ha." No, I'm kidding. All right. So I like this plan. What do you need me to do?
Well, if you have any, weapons or things like that, or, muscle, people who could help out in a fight, or.
Oh yeah, I have muscle. Zolkin. Zolkin, he's the leader of the Seven Snakes. Surely you've heard of them.
I haven't heard of the Seven Snakes, but I did hear about the Six Snakes. So I assume they're pretty similar.
Perhaps, yeah. Well, anyway, Zolkin's the leader of the Seven Snakes. But Zolkin, well, he might lead the Seven Snakes, but I lead him. You know what I mean.
Does that make you the eighth snake?
No, I'm not one of the snakes. I'm the snail.
Right.
Get it? It's a pun.
All right, so that sounds like we got that squared away. I'm gonna go.
Squared away. That was a good one.
You gotta love those shape puns. All right, I need a drink, so I'm going to go back to the tavern, and we're going to finalize all of our plans.
We're at a tavern.
The other tavern, the that one. The Hard Cheese Tavern. That's where I work.
Oh, right, that's right. You work for them. Well, I suppose you can't. There's no accounting for good taste, but you like the puns, so.
All right. Well, thank you. You've been extremely helpful. I'm sure I'll have lots of great information to pass on to you. We'll talk later.
I'll make sure that my men are ready. For
Perfect.
whatever you've got planned.
Hopefully, the whole murdering and all that stuff. Anyways, bye. We're just awkwardly backs away and starts walking out the door.
All right. See you soon then. And he takes off his gold bathrobe and goes back to the bathroom. Marches off to the bathroom. Like this.
All right. That's amazing.
That's how he walks.
All right. Moira will head back to the tavern.
Meanwhile, what's Holden up to? Is he back at his blacksmith?
Yep, he is at Holden. He's at Holden Tuddick's Goods. He's just making some gear with his bro, Fohammer. Just comes in there, sees him working.
Suddenly at Peace says he's making T-shirts that just say "That's a pun" with a picture of a snail on it.
Yes, she is.
Well, suddenly at Peace, I expect a free T-shirt if you make such a thing. Continue. Sorry, Holden.
No, no, you're good. You're good. So yeah, Holden is just making his space in his smithy. He's gonna work on making himself some tools, some blacksmithing tools. You just kind of keep an eye on Foehammer and stuff. So, how's it going? How do you like? How's the Smith treating you?
So, it's treating me well. Thank you for taking me in, especially after the Warriors closed up shop.
It's no big deal. So now that we're smithing together, we've got a bond here. A bond between blacksmiths.
Yeah.
So I feel
I
like
suppose we do.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like I could tell you anything, just open up.
Yeah. I guess so. Sure.
So, Stormbreaker. It's a mess what happened there. Just a mess.
Yeah, that's a real mess indeed.
Yep. I'd buy the person that did that a shot, personally. That's just me talking.
Wait. What?
What? I'm just saying, whoever did that to... I mean, not my favorite. Not my favorite. Not the warrior of good deeds that I would choose to take out personally. If I were to ever do that, but
the warriors of good deeds are all a bunch of hooligans, except for Stormbreaker.
Except for Stormbreaker,
she was the only one.
She was
the only one.
Yep.
That.
I mean, she's the one that sponsored that worked for you to get a shop here. So
yes,
whoever
she helped me come to Daggerford and insisted that they use their funds to help me set up shop. If she was still here, well, Three Dicks Blacksmithery would still be open.
Yes, it would. Yeah, but it's not, though.
It's not, and now I'm working for you, and I dare say that it's thanks to her that it brought us together.
Really? I mean...
We should put up a shrine to her in your shop.
That's the thing to consider. That is certainly gonna go on the list of things to consider.
But the rest of them.
Yeah, the rest of fuck them. Personally.
Yeah, just fuck them.
Yeah,
and whatever assassin decided to take out the only member of the Warriors of Good Deeds that had any valor, any honor, any good about them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that person should be rotting in the grave they've dug for her.
That is what I say. That is definitely what I think as well. We are right here, you and me, friend.
Yes, we're on the same page.
Yeah,
I like you, Tudyk.
You know what, Fullhammer, you're a good friend. You're a really good friend. It's a shame what happened to Stormblood, but
Stormbreaker.
So that's what we call her. It was a nickname. She would call me Two Dicks. I call her Stormblood. It was a whole thing.
I see.
Yeah, it was. We had loving pet names for each other.
You must have been really close with her. Her and I didn't have nicknames.
She was a hard nut to crack, but when you got in there, it's definitely good stuff.
Was she your special someone?
No, I mean, not for lack of trying. It's just she wasn't interested, and I respected that, as you do. But I can't help but be inspired by someone, a terrible person, mind you, taking the initiative to deal with them. I wish their aim was better. I wish they did not hurt my Stormwind, my sweet, sweet Stormwind. But I feel that maybe their example should be taken up. I think
You're saying that maybe you and I, should finish what that assassin started.
I think it's something to consider. I think it's I don't think they can keep getting away with this. The things that they do. And
Those assholes, those bastards, they ruined they threatened to ruin my life. My good name, the Foehammer name.
I mean,
had it not been for you taking me in, they would have ruined me. I came all the way out here from Tribor. I spent my every last coin on the promise that they would fund a new blacksmith for me. I had that once they closed it down, I would have been ruined. I would have been ruined. You saved me, but were you not here to save me, they would have left me to rot. That's what I think we should do to them.
I mean, that's what doing. Sweet, sweet Stormbreaker. They haven't even.
But you know what? Wait, what?
They haven't even buried her.
They haven't even buried her?
No, they're gonna do some sort of magic on her, and not the bringing her back to life kind of magic, which would be great. I would be.
They're going to desecrate her body?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what they're planning.
Those bastards have to die.
That's exactly. Now you get me. All right, so
you know what I think.
What do you think?
You and we're not assassins, but someone clearly was. We should find out who murdered Stormbreaker and hire that person to kill the other three.
Yep.
And then, after they've killed the other three, we should kill that person for killing Stormbreaker.
Oh, that is.
And then, not only do we have a professional assassin take care of the warriors that we don't like, we don't have to pay them because we've killed them after they've done the deed.
Yes.
To avenge Stormbreaker.
We need to avenge her. Oh.
We do need to avenge her, but we also need to avenge my honor and her honor, which means killing not only the remaining 3 warriors of crap deeds, but also the assassin. But hey, like I said, if we can trick the assassin into doing the job for us, and then after the assassin defeats them, we defeat the assassin, everything works out perfectly.
So
I knew you would agree with me.
Yep, that is.
This was a brilliant idea, Holden. A brilliant idea for which you inspired.
This is my idea that I did this. Okay, so confession time. We may have a bead of the original assassin.
You do?
Yes.
Fantastic. And here I was just going to start, asking random people.
That would be very suspicious and draw attention, and we don't want that. So.
Oh, of course.
Right. So we want.
What's your lead?
Okay. Between you and me.
Yes, between us, and whoever else we bring into this plan.
There might be a group that does shady things.
So it's not one assassin, it's a group. That'll be... Well, that complicates things. A group of assassins might have an easier time taking care of the 3 remaining warriors of good deeds. But a group of assassins would be harder for us to murder after the fact.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing their best, from what I hear. One of them's trying to come up with ideas and it's not working. But, I hear that he's going to power through.
It sounds like you know a lot about them. How have you not figured out who they are yet?
And they're clever little guys.
So they are guys. They are men.
Yeah,
Those bastards.
that is
Men beating up a defenseless female cleric
I mean,
who had only
really
done
strong.
good things in this world.
I mean, yes, that's how sick. They're sick.
They're
The
sick,
people who
twisted.
did this.
I want to murder them. But,
I, there's some-
I will abate my rage for these assassins long enough to accomplish the plan of murdering the other 3 warriors of crap deeds.
yes. So let's say there's a rebellion that includes these assassins. Would you
Yes.
be interested in being in this rebellion?
Absolutely. As
Perfect.
long as we also plan to avenge Stormbreaker when this job is done.
Yep, that sounds like a plan. That is what we're gonna do. We're gonna kill the warriors of good deeds, and then we're gonna kill whoever killed Stormbreaker. That is what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure it out when we get
You're
there.
a brilliant strategist, Holden.
Yep.
You are a brilliant strategist.
Yep. It just poof. This went so well.
Yes.
I am going to work on getting the rest of the rebellion together. I'm gonna go to the tavern, but yeah, we're gonna
Yes.
we're gonna organize.
And I will work on trying to ascertain the identity of the one who killed Stormbreaker.
What? Maybe we should start preparing to outfit the rebels to kill the warriors of good deeds. And since I've already got my ear to the ground of Daggerford, I can look for the killer of Stormbreaker. Once I find whoever did it, oh boy, they're gonna be in for it.
No, hold it. I know you are as angry as I am, perhaps more angry that
Yes.
Stormbreaker is dead. But
Yep.
again, you must bury your anger deep. We remember, whoever this assassin is, we need to trick them into helping us murder the rest of the warriors.
Yeah, that's
And then we can unleash our anger on them.
And that's the plan. So let me find those people that killed Stormbreaker. You start prepping the gear for the rebels, and then once we've used up the murderers of Stormbreaker, then we just stab them in the back.
Yes. Holden, your plan is brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, I will get to work building as many weapons and armor as I can muster in the time allowed for the rebels, and
I will go.
while
to the
I
tavern.
do,
Yeah. Oh
yes,
yes.
you will go. While I do, you will go to the tavern, and if anyone comes in here, I'll do some recruiting. You know, keep it on the down low.
Yeah,
But
just play it cool, Fullhammer.
play it cool.
Just bring it down. You're at about a 4. I need you at a 2.
Ah, yes, of course. I will make sure to tell them that we have a brilliant strategist on our side who has come up with nothing but great plans.
Yep. You tell them that.
That's Holden.
I'm gonna go find whoever killed Starbreaker now. Bye.
Yes, you do that.
He's just gonna leave.
Meanwhile,
Holden keeping up those great plans.
what has been Tor up to?
He's just been in his alley, basically getting ready because he knows what's gonna happen soon.
He's doing a little Rocky montage where he's, doing 50 push-ups in his alley, then finding some stairs and running up them, and then running back to his alley and trying to do like wall kicks off of the walls and backflips and stuff like that.
Getting the old bones
And like
ready.
swinging that axe around like with both hands. Like, is Tor right-handed or left-handed? It doesn't matter anymore after this montage.
She's one of them amphibians, the ones that can use both.
Yeah, that's the word, amphibian.
Is it not?
Yeah. Okay, so that's what he's up to. He's doing some awesome montage training. And Ella, you're back at your shop, right? Or were you doing something else?
Absolutely. I went back to my shop the second I left the tavern, because I actually enjoy my job.
Yes, you do. We've learned that you are quite happy to just spend your days selling potions to people. So if you'd like to roll whatever check I had you roll last time to see if you make any money today, but I'm gonna make you roll with disadvantage.
Nature with disadvantage.
Nature with
Gotcha.
disadvantage. Why disadvantage? Because you're all out of incense. And incense is an important tool for a herbalist to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an 11.
Okay. So you don't make that much today. Not that much. I'm gonna make 1d6 silver. 5 silver.
Nice.
Throughout the day,
Throughout the day, I'm going to when someone comes to my shop, I'm going to ask them their opinion on the warriors of good deeds. Just small talk.
you're going to do small talk with your patrons of your shop?
Yeah.
Asking what they think of the warriors of good deeds?
I'm just going to ask about their general lives since they showed up.
Well, yeah, sure. Make me an investigation check, powered by charisma, not intelligence. It's an investigation check, but it uses your charisma modifier instead of your intelligence.
What is my charisma? Oh, you're doing that on purpose.
Maybe.
Okay, investigation. I'm just going to roll d20 and then it's I'm going to roll this d20 with that on this, and let's see. No, that's an 11.
Okay, so you ask around, people are like, for the most part, when you ask people about the warriors of good deeds, the answers you get are like the standard, oh, they're the warriors of good deeds. I heard they defeated a dragon. They're the ones who put the Crimson Court in their place. Oh, they've been here for a few weeks now, and it's pretty great. Or, oh, they've been here for a few weeks now, and I guess it's pretty great, but you get the feeling that they don't actually mean that, but that's what they say. You know, it's generally the general usual stuff that you expect people to say when they talk about the warriors of good deeds. Stuff that it's like, okay, nobody actually seems to know much about the warriors of good deeds, but everyone knows the general rumors about the warriors of good deeds. And that's what they share with you, as if it isn't rumors. Like, oh, they're basically just spreading gossip and rumors, but everyone talks to you about it as if they know that stuff firsthand.
Right.
Even though they obviously don't. Yeah. So that's pretty much the general gist. Some people like the Warriors. Some people don't like the Warriors. But even the people who don't like the Warriors seem afraid to say anything less than positive about.
And I was going to write down the number of people positive versus not positive.
I'd say it's about 60% positive, 30% negative, 10% indifferent.
Yeah. Yeah, so Ella's going to make note of that and then bring that to Moira at the end of her workday.
Sounds good.
Meet up at the usual spot, the tavern.
So it's nearing the end of the workday. The four of you meet up at the tavern.
Yeah, I think so.
The four of you meet up at the tavern. Fred is there as well at your
I was about to ask about him because
at your usual table.
'Cause-
He also has a bit of a suitcase packed next to him.
Moira hasn't told him anything. I was about to ask about him. I was like, did he?
No,
did he already...
he's there. He's got a suitcase packed. He's the first one there. When you show up to to your usual haunt, he's there waiting.
Oh, hi, Fred. How are you?
Oh,
Going somewhere?
Just leaving town for a bit.
Yeah, about that, Fred. I just barely heard. I have some good news and some bad news.
Oh. Well, okay.
I guess. Which would you prefer to hear first?
The good news.
All right. The good news is we don't have to leave. We can stay right here.
Oh. What if I was looking forward to leaving?
Well, then I suppose I have some bad news and some more bad news.
Oh. Okay, well, I guess then all that's left is the bad news, but, maybe if you could tell me the bad news in a good way, it won't sound so bad.
All right.
The flawless
Sure.
logic there.
I like a challenge. Sure. My cousin, the one I mentioned that was sick, right? Dear
Yes.
sweet, never Wintian flower that she was, is no longer suffering.
Oh no. Your cousin. She's passed on?
Well, see, that would be the way to say it that makes it sound bad.
She's, how else should I say it?
No longer suffering,
her-
see?
Yeah, her soul has been taken by Kalimfor into the afterlife?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So they don't
I
need
am
my
sorry
help.
for your loss, but I'm sure she's in a better place.
I'm sure she's definitely in a better place than she was before.
Hmm. Do you need a hug or something?
Yeah, I could go
Get
for a
over
hug.
it. He goes over and gives you an awkward hug, like the kind of hug you give someone that you're attracted to, so you want to hug them, but they're grieving and it's like a grief hug, so you don't want to make it about the fact that you're attracted to them. So you're not sure, if you should just release it after just a little bit, but you want to make sure that they're comforted, but also don't want to make them feel like, one of those kind of hugs.
Yeah. So Moira, sensing that, obviously being pretty obvious, it's the awkward hug. And since she's not actually grieving, is just going to, as soon as he starts to pull away, just give him a big, fat, passionate kiss on the lips. And then like, all right, I need a drink.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Me too. Me too.
Ooh.
Moira gets up to go and gets a drink. Fred follows her to the bar. Um, Actually, Fred says, "Oh, hang on, Moira. I'll get us both drinks. You can sit down and you can sit down."
All right, appreciate it.
And he runs off to the bar, without thinking to ask what kind of drink he wanted because he's a little flustered.
Perfect.
Leaving the four of you to discuss.
In all honesty, Moira's, I'd say 30% actually, just affectionately giving the kiss, and 70% just messing with his head.
Well, after that awkwardness, I don't think there's much else that can go wrong.
Well,
You say that.
so good news, bad news, and it won't end the kiss, I promise.
Better not.
So, good news. Foehammer is on board, wanting to kill, ready to go. And he's equipping our little rebellion.
Fantastic.
Yep.
That sounds like great news.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the catch?
We don't have to worry about it right now.
Holden,
Huh?
I'm gonna roll insight.
what's the catch?
No catch, really.
I'm gonna roll insight. Roll deception.
Yeah, I got you. It's not gonna be great.
Oh my god.
Deception. Negative one. Let's do it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
He's lying.
No,
No,
Laura,
Holden.
you do have 2 rerolls, just
No, it's okay.
by the way. Okay.
I'll be alright.
Ella puts her hand on Holden's face. Holden, you're my friend, and I love you.
Not you too, Ella. If one more person tells me they love me, I'm gonna start. Okay. So
You can tell me anything.
the long and short of it is that Judge Foehammer is all for killing the remaining heroes of good deeds. Little miffed about Stormwind. Not exactly happy about that. That might cause some troubles for us down the road, but you know what? Let's think about the positive, right?
Hold him.
Huh?
What are you talking about? It could cause some problems down the road. And Tor has a deadly serious face. Like,
Okay, well, his plan.
pitter patter.
Let's get at her.
His plan, right?
Yes, his plan is to find the assassins, the group of assassins that killed Stormwind, have them join up with this rebellion, outfit them with weapons. We all go after the warriors of good deeds, kill them. And then he might want to kill the assassins that kill Stormwind. Just your basic stuff. No biggie.
Well,
Yes,
whoever
yes,
they
yes,
were.
Biggie. Holden.
Huh?
Yes,
I mean, where
Biggie.
are we gonna find Sadie? We don't know where she
Yes.
is.
Sadie is the one that killed Stormwind.
Good. 'Cause, for a second there, I thought it was you three.
I had no part in that. I would never do something like that.
Good. I was waiting. I was very worried for a minute there.
Suddenly,
Don't
as
do it.
if on cue,
Don't you fucking
Suddenly.
the door to the Happy Cow bursts open
do it. No.
ferociously,
Oh.
revealing a large foot that kicked it open.
Please be the snail.
And that foot that kicked it open belongs to none other than the buff and capable champion known as Sir Baldric de la Vega. And he storms in, great sword drawn, and says, I'm looking for the one who killed Stormbreaker. I know you're here somewhere, Tudix. Come out. He hasn't spotted you yet.
Dude, fuck! Okay, fuck.
No.
All right.
He's too
walk up
filled
to
with
him.
rage to properly percept the room, and there's a lot of patrons at the moment.
I am going to.
Hold on 1 second. Holden,
Auto success for Holden.
you now have an auto success.
Oh wait, I have an.
Yeah.
Thanks
Why
to
do I
Phoenix
have
Astra.
That's gonna come in clutch.
Okay, so I had a plan that I was gonna initiate, but now with this auto success, I kind of want to wild out a little bit.
You
You also have 2 rerolls.
Okay, let's get weird.
Yes!
Now, is this
D&D.
like, you know, in the blacksmith with what's his name weird, or
You know what happens in the smithy stays in the smithy.
Um,
All
oh my.
right,
Oh my.
what are you gonna do?
I am going to attempt to stealth away, and I'm not using the auto success or the reroll. I just want to see if I can do it.
Okay. Make a stealth check opposed by Sir Baldric's perception check.
Can I assist by
Sir
distracting?
Baldric,
Roll a 6. Oh, baby, I still suck at this. All right, let's go.
survey says.
Sir Baldric is rolling with disadvantage.
Okay, all he has to do is beat a 6.
There's an 8. And there
Come on.
is a 12. His eyes lock right on you, Holden, as you attempt to slink away. Almost as if when you were standing still, you were invisible to the Tyrannosaurus Rex that just barged into the room. But then you started moving, and when you pushed back your chair to get out of your seat, it screeched on the floor, and he looked right at you.
Oh.
And even though you know he is a fighter, you could swear in this instance that he has a level of barbarian because he rages.
Hello. Hi, sir. How are you today?
He leaps with his athleticism.
Switch.
He leaps. Oh,
Switch.
switch. Who's
Oh,
using
yeah.
a switch?
I have a
Switch.
switch.
I forgot
You're
you had a
using a
switch.
switch.
Yes, I have one. I've been
You
saving one for comedic
bastard.
timing.
I don't know what's happening right now, but this is awesome.
So he doesn't leap. What does he do?
I guess he doesn't leap. He instead charges. He
Can't change
charges
shape.
towards the table. He was going to leap over the table, but instead he charges through the table. He is
Question.
barreling through the table.
Question.
So I'm going to roll an athletics check to see if he breaks the table.
Oh,
You have a
this is
question?
this is about to get
Uh,
weird.
Can I do something to try and trip him up?
Let's see. Can you do something to try and trip him up? What did you have in mind?
Would that be? Wouldn't that be?
Using thaumaturgy, since he's already running and distracted, to just make the shake the floorboards underneath him enough to make him trip or lose his balance as he's charging forward.
Yes.
Tell you what. Tell you what. You want to use thaumaturgy. You cast thaumaturgy. I will say you can cast thaumaturgy and make an intimidate check.
Okay.
you are trying to destabilize him with your thaumaturgy. So I'm gonna say that's how successful you are is based on your intimidate check.
That's a 19.
Which is a 19. And this is his athletics check as he tries to barrel through the table. Also a 19.
Roll off.
So he does smash through the table, but he splinters the table in two with his greatsword as he doesn't stop running. But one of the splinters gets right in his eye because he splinters it to pieces, and one gets right in his eye. And so he does stop, and it does stop him in his tracks for a second as he tries to pick it out of his eye.
Excuse me, sir. Why are you levying these accusations against me?
I don't have any proof, but I know it was you somehow.
Are you sure?
And he's like, he doesn't even really answer. He just roars into a rage. He's like, "Argh!" and he lifts his greatsword over his head, preparing to bring it back down on you. And then Kogan Hardcheese stands up on his counter and says, "Hold! That table will cost you 25 gold pieces. And it's going to be another 25 if you don't take this outside right now."
You done told him?
And then
Hey, let me try that again. You done told him.
And Sir Baldrick looks at Hardcheese, looks back at you, and looks back at Hardcheese and says, "I am trying to avenge my fallen comrade's honor. Do you think I care about your tables?"
Sir Baldrick, was it? Can I just bring up one point before you murder me, because I can't stop you from murdering me?
What?
Do you really want to admit to yourself and to the entire world that me, a simple old blacksmith, was able to take out one of your most powerful members? If you admit that to the world...
I don't know how you did it, but I'm sure it was devious and underhanded, and you cheated her somehow. You must have lured her in with promises of I don't know what stupid dwarven things you do, but something. And then you poisoned her drink with iocane powder. I don't know. It's inconceivable to me that you could best her.
Yes.
But somehow you did.
Baldrick, you have two
there.
things to consider. One, I'm a clever mastermind that somehow was able to set into motion a wheel of activities and actions that led to the downfall of one of your most powerful members, in which case I probably have a contingency plan to deal with you right here, right now. Or...
Before you finish speaking,
I'm trying to persuade
you can see that every word you say is just fueling his anger more. And make an insight check.
Okie dokie. 15. Hey, I broke 10.
Hey, with each word, he's not even listening to you at this point. He is just like waiting for you to stop speaking so he can swing his sword.
Okay, yeah, then I'm gonna keep talking.
You figure you have about 6 more words before he loses his patience and swings it anyway.
Now,
Okay.
Sir Baldrick is
Hold on, I got this. If I can do it, well, nope. Let's see.
That's what you said. If
I
can
can do it. Fuck. I attempt an intimidation check.
If there is time, Moira would try to help out as well.
No, I'm gonna step in front of Holden.
You're gonna step in front of Holden. So you're stepping out in front of Holden. Holden's saying, "Fuck." The champion is about to swing his greatsword. Moira is looking to step in with something, and Ella is just sitting there dumbfounded. Kogan fires off his blunderbuss.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's got a automatic blunderbuss. And then he points it at the both of you, and says, "I said out of my bar now, both of yous."
Okay.
Sir Baldric looks at you,
I want to walk
Squints.
outside.
squints, and turns and says, "I'll be waiting for you outside," and leaves the bar.
Okie dokie. Well, guys, fuck. Fuck.
Now, no
Okay.
one says ye have to go out. Just Sir Baldric.
He's gonna kill no matter who goes out there.
How many people are in the bar right now?
Let's say, I'm gonna say there was about 32. I'm gonna say about 5 have left because they don't want to be anywhere near this crazy shit. So 27, including y'all.
Okay. I am going to stand on a table.
Whose table? Because yours is in splinters.
I'm going to stand on the nearest table. That's
You
not
go to stand on the nearest table. As soon as you get up on the nearest table, the people who are sitting around that table say, "Hey, what the heck are you? What are you even doing?
The man's got something important to say.
Standing in my food.
I'll
Give
You're
him 5
standing
minutes. Just give
in
him,
my food.
just give him half a minute. Just give
You
the man
couldn't have
half a minute.
stepped 1 foot to the left.
I'm stepping to the left. Would you excuse me? I'm about to die.
You step to the left to get out of the guy's food, and you knock over another guy's ale. And he's like, "What the heck? What the heck?"
Now, can you please calm down?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. That's one of Ella's
Go for it.
It's 18. Not bad.
The people who are sitting at that table pick up what's left of their food and drinks, and they move to another table. There aren't any other empty tables, but they move to another table and join some other party.
Okay. So he's just gonna hop on the table and say, "Citizens of Daggerford, I'm gonna go outside and probably get murdered by a hero of good deeds. I don't have any means of fighting or defending myself. He's levied an accusation that I could kill one of their members. He acknowledges that he has no proof, and he's going to kill me for it anyway. This is the line. We've all been fine living with them in our town, letting them take our wares, letting them run amok. We figured they were going to protect us, but this is the line. I'm going to walk out and die now, and then tomorrow it might be you, or it might be you. They've already wronged my friend Kogan here, irrevocably. They have made a mockery of my name. They've burned down Ella's shop, and now they're going to take my life. You can sit here and drink and wait your turn, or maybe we can let them know that they can't do what they want in Daggerford any longer. There are other people here that don't like them here, not just me. And I believe you might not like them either. And I don't want to die. So if you could help me as a citizen of Daggerford, I would appreciate that. If not, I understand. I was afraid too, but now I have no choice. Anyway, Foe Hammer will be your blacksmith after I am dead. I hope he tends to your wares with the same love and care that I have for the many decades that I've been here at Daggerford. Goodbye. Goodbye. He gets off the table and he goes to the door.
I'm gonna give you inspiration for this, which you can bank or you can use it immediately. It's up to you.
I may use it immediately.
I am gonna also ask for a persuasion check.
I would like to use my auto success.
Sure.
That's not a nat 20. That's a 19, basically.
I'll take it. I'm going to roll under 10 if I don't do this.
Fair point.
Yeah, it's a non-crit success, so whatever the
I'll
DC
take it.
is, it meets it.
Got it. So, cool. And then you step outside.
Yep. Hello, Sir Baldrick.
You are standing outside the Happy Cow. There's a bit of a clearing right in front of the Happy Cow. It's kind of like the Happy Cow kind of like faces an intersection of a road so that it looks down a road, but it also has two roads going to the left so that there isn't like immediately any buildings that are right nearby. There's a nice open spot that's like perfect for a Mexican standoff. And like across the street with some distance between you, but not so much that you couldn't charge.
Can Ella have gone up slightly before Holden?
Well, not now that you interrupted your DM. No, you can't. What I was saying was, yes, Baldrick is standing across the way, fuming, sword drawn, with one look of determination on his face. Holden.
Baldrick.
He looks at you and says, I'm gonna kill you either way. Just tell me how you did it first. Let your soul rest easy by coming clean.
You want to know how I did it, Sir Baldrick?
Yes. I want to know.
Easily.
And he charges at you, but before he crosses the wide distance that he put between you and him, Ella steps out of the bar. And Ella, do you place yourself between the charging champion
No.
and Mr. Tudyk, or do you stand aside? Those are your choices.
So Ella, seeing Holden about to be murdered, decides to step in the way.
No.
Step in the way. And she is the first, but she isn't the only one.
I'm going out too.
Sure.
Tor is right there with her.
Yes.
Where did he go?
And as the two of you put yourselves between Holden and his would-be murderer, do you have anything to say to Sir Baldrick, or do you just stand there in silence?
No, Sir Baldrick. Think about this for a moment. Think about this for just a moment. If you kill him, how are you any better?
I'm going to give you a hint, Ella. He is not in any kind of position where logic and reasoning will appeal to him. He has been fuming and ready to kill for the past 2 hours.
I might have poked the bear a little bit.
Fucking heroes.
Just a wee bit there.
So, Again, do you want to say anything?
Oh.
You don't have to say anything. You could
I'm
just
just
stand there in
going to
silence.
say.
But
I'm just going to say. Well, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to go through me first.
Tor,
Hope there's a clean alley in hell.
do you second that statement?
Oh, I say the clean alley thing.
Okay, hope there's a clean alley in hell. And then Fred steps outside and says, "You're gonna have to go through me too," and puts himself between Holden and Sir Baldric. Does Moira step outside?
Moira's been doing stuff.
Moira's busy doing stuff on the inside. That's fine. But
Do
someone
you,
else
if you look
steps
at
outside.
If you look at the Roll20
And-
chat, Moira's doing stuff.
Making money.
No, she's been trying to inspire and
Fucking Danny boy.
Danny boy.
The minstrel boy.
so she's outside playing the music.
Someone else steps outside and says, "You'll have to get through me too." And then someone else. And then someone else. And then another person. Before you know it, Holden, there is 19 of the 27 people that were in that bar are in the street between you and Sir Baldric. He stops charging.
Now we see the true face of the hero of the people, don't we?
I am a hero of the people.
Then why are you
I
attacking
am
the
a
people?
warrior of good deeds, and I will not harm you, despite the fact that you are all foolishly protecting a murderer. I know you are only peasants, and peasants sometimes make mistakes. But know this, Tudix. The righteous hand of Sir Baldric de la Vega will silence your life sooner or later.
I'm just a peasant, Baldric.
Sir Ballsack.
Watch yourself. And then he turns and walks away.
Hold
You
like
don't feel like he's prepared. You don't feel like he's giving up his quest to murder you.
I know.
Just
I
putting
mean, you
it
could
on a
go
shelf.
for the obvious and say ball dick.
Nice.
Sir
Holden
Ballsack.
is like crying, like, oh my god, what the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck?
Something tells me he'll be back.
Yeah, he's coming back. He wants me dead, like, real bad.
We've noticed.
Oh, hey, everybody, thank you so much. I love you all so much. You saved my life. And I've worked every day for Daggerford, and it's been worth it. Thank you. Just like, he's freaking out.
The people of the Happy Cow start to slowly go back inside. Some of them pat you on the back. Some of them give you a shake your hand. Some of them just look you up and down and shrug and then go inside. One of them specifically says, "Yeah, he's probably drunk. He'll forget about it in the morning." Another one says, "Just remember we did this when it comes time to sell us, armor and stuff."
Oh, absolutely. That's a discount for sure.
And Fred walks up to you and says, "Holden, I love you, but don't take this the wrong way. How in the heck could anyone think that you could kill a warrior of good deeds? I mean, it's just preposterous.
Yeah, it's
Look
nutty.
at you."
Can I walk up and put my hand on Fred's shoulder? I think that's enough.
Oh. Oh my god, he's gonna try and kill me again. Ooh.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, we've got to kill him first.
And Sir Baldric is, I'm pretty sure, the toughest of the four.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. We've
Then
got
again, who's to say what that wizard can do?
Oh, fuck you. Oh boy. Okay.
It's a good thing you didn't piss off the wizard, because if she wanted you dead, you'd be turned into a frog before you even knew what was going on. And
boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. All right. I need to talk to Lady Daggerford. She's the only one that can issue me any sort of protection against these people.
It does occur to me that we do have several witnesses here now who just saw that attempted murder.
Yeah.
No evidence.
Yeah. With the splinter table, I mean, which one of us peasants could just run through a table, you know?
Let alone pay for it.
Speaking of which, I don't think he paid for the table.
He's not going to pay for the table.
They never pay for the tables.
Never pay for the table.
I think they're going to pay when they're dead.
Well, we need to get them there quickly then, so that I don't get dead. I like this whole
Dead.
thing. So
Morgan
They've
is going
almost
to
finished the guest bedroom in the shop.
oh no, I can't be in town tonight. That's prime killing Holden hours, and it's not great. Not great for me.
Well,
One
the
of the-
snails already booked passage, so
one of the
I
one of the
that.
people who defended you, just some nameless NPC, speaks up, overhears you, and says, "Hey, Holden, you can't leave town now. Not after all of us risked our necks to keep the best blacksmith here." Yeah.
I just hug him. I'm gonna come right back. I just need to get Lady Daggerford to help me, and maybe kick these heroes of good deeds out of our town before they try and murder someone else. I mean, again, who could honestly believe I could hurt any one of them? They're so strong, and I'm so not.
You hear someone, give one arrogant laugh in the background, which may or may not be Kogan Hardcheese, who has been aware of your plan to murder them for weeks now.
Goddamn Netflix.
I think, given Fred's courage, Moira will reward that with another kiss.
Woo!
I mean, Moira, we're in public.
And?
Sorry, we
don't be a prude, Fred.
get in there.
We're just like, I don't care. And she'll look to Holden and be like, you might have a good idea there. We could go talk to Lady Daggerford. There's several people here that can all attest that Baldric tried to murder you, admittedly without any proof.
Yes. All right. So that's where I'm going, and if anybody wants to come with me, because I don't want to go alone, because I will die. Oh, I was good with words for a second back there. I don't know where that came from. I think I saw my life before my eyes, and I took all the good words.
There's numerous different deities, many that we don't even know of. I think I heard of one that was a patron protector of idiots and blacksmiths. I can't remember the exact name, but the old lore said that Astra or something like that. It was probably that one.
Wait, idiots and blacksmiths?
That's the ones that she protects. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I would know about them. So anyway, let's start heading to Lady Dagger.
So is that are you
Moira
guys
will
at
look
this
up.
late hour of the night marching up to the castle, hoping to speak with Lady Daggerford?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's all going with Holden?
Moira.
I'm going with Holden.
Moira, Ella,
Everybody.
Tora.
Sounds like.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone's gone.
Fred says, "Good luck." You march off to the castle. Do you march directly for the castle? Do you
Yeah.
try
no
to
pit
sneak your
stops.
way to the castle?
No, I'm
or-
walking directly to the castle.
Got it.
Yep, pretty much most direct route.
Don't mind me. I'm just rolling a d12 for no reason. Okay. And okay, so you march up to the castle.
Mm-hmm.
You get to the castle without incident.
I don't trust that.
You get to the castle without incident. You march up the steps of the castle. There's obviously at this time of night, the gates are closed and there's guards standing outside the front. They put up their heads and say, "Hold, what brings you to Castle Daggerford at this time of night?"
I need to speak with Lady Daggerford.
Lady Daggerford doesn't see visitors after this. After.
Oh, tell her
sun has gone
Elle's
down.
here. Tell her Elle's here.
And what makes you think that would make any kind of difference?
Oh, I don't know. Just tell her.
Please, sir, it's an emergency.
Make a persuasion check.
Fuck.
I shall do that.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
How
Yeah,
about I roll and Holden assist?
So is that a 12?
If I use my reroll, can I get that 16?
If you use your reroll, sure.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Please don't, cause
So you use your reroll.
Shit. Wait. No, it's
No,
too late.
no.
It's too late. It's too late. It's
It's
too
too
late.
late.
You use your reroll. You get your 16, which is fortunate because the DC was 15. And the guard sighs and says, "Fine." Says, "I'm gonna get in trouble for this." Grumbles under his breath, and then he marches through the gate, leaving just one guard because there were two guards. Now there's just one guard who's gone in.
and Elle's just there with her hands behind her back, like.
The one guard that's left just kind of stands there awkwardly, like looking around, like,
I'm innocent.
okay. Yeah. I don't know what to talk to these people about. I'll just wait here for my partner to get back. I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
Well,
So,
hello. How's your day been going, Mr. Guard? What's your name?
My name? Elliot.
Elliot. I like it. I'm Ella.
Nice to meet you, Ella. How's my day? Well, I slept all day. The night shift.
How's your night then?
Well, let's see. I got to work, polished my boots, stood here. 4 people walked up and said, "We want to see Lady Daggerford," and my partner told them it was late. I was sleeping. They insisted, and then they wanted to make small talk, and I didn't know what to tell them, so I just said, "Yeah, Phoenix Astra gave us a new cheer."
Oh,
I don't
that's
know,
really interesting.
Yeah.
My
Sounds like
deity
an
is wild
sounds,
out.
sounds like an eventful night.
Yeah, kind of was.
Not every night you get people coming to the gate.
Yeah, you're right. It's not. Most people don't bother coming up at all.
Yeah.
What about you all? You look like you're having an eventful night.
I almost died.
Oh, well,
Oh,
you're still here.
Yeah,
yeah.
not for lack of Sir Baldrick's trying. That's why we're here.
Sir Beldrick. Oh, he's real something. Have you seen him? The way he wields that great sword of his?
Yeah,
Oh,
he wielded it
he's-
at me for a little bit there.
Wait. You got attacked by Sir Beldrick and you survived?
Yeah.
You're pulling my leg.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
well, not exactly. Not exactly.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gray area, but he attacked me and I survived.
If you're strictly going with semantics, then yes.
That's what I choose to go with, and according to semantics, warrior of great deeds could kill me. That's just just putting that out there.
Uh-huh. Well, listen, I don't think you have too much to worry about. They're called the Warriors of Good Deeds.
Can I
That
get your
means-
personal opinion on them, Elliot? What do you really think of them?
I think they're mighty fine people. Pretty heroic. Daggerford could use more people like that.
But why do you think that?
Well, I mean, have you ever survived a dragon attack?
Have you seen them survive a dragon attack, or did you just hear about it?
Well, I heard about it.
They also said they killed the Crimson Court, and we've
Exactly.
seen one of them. We've
Nah.
seen one of the Crimson Court.
Now I know you're pulling my leg.
They also said that they killed all the goblins. We've
Yeah,
seen
And we haven't
several.
seen any goblins since then.
There's no
We've
point
seen
in fighting with them.
several of them outside town.
We know.
What are you doing outside town?
I did. That's just Ella. I've told that I've never seen a goblin. I don't even know what they look like.
Exactly. Me neither.
Well, Ella, I did not know you were so adventurous. It's like sorry.
At this point, his partner comes back and says, "All right, the lady will see you."
Oh, thank you, bless you, sir. And then he just walks on in.
Come on this way. And Elliot says, "Goodbye now."
Bye.
Four of you go in. And the guard takes you up into the castle and up to the lady's office. She does her important, lady business. Lady. That sounded wrong. Her important.
I could
Her
Okay, hold
important.
on.
Her
I didn't
important
say
business.
anything.
I
Her
was
important
calling
business
Joshua Holden.
as lady of the town, who runs the town, the office where she does that important business, not any other business.
Are you sure she doesn't do anything else?
She can do whatever business she wants anywhere she wants.
You know what? She's Lady Daggerford. She can get away with whatever the heck she wants. She is wearing a nightgown.
Oh no.
I don't know if I've described her to you before. You've seen her before, but I don't know if I've gone to great lengths to describe her. But Lady Daggerford is quite attractive.
Yep.
She definitely stands out among the rubble in the crowd.
All right, Moira, contain yourself.
Good genes. And she's wearing a nightgown, and she's sitting there in her chair with her hands crossed like this. And she says, "Welcome. This had better be important, given you woke me up."
Right.
You can leave us, guard.
I-
Whatever business they want to discuss it with me, not with you. The guard hesitates, looks them up and down, and says, "You cause any trouble, I'll be right back in a heart.
Aye, aye.
I'll just be outside."
I wouldn't dream of causing trouble.
And he nods and he steps outside.
Lady Daggerford, we apologize for the waking you up and stuff.
Yes, you'd better.
We're here because Sir Baldric attempted to murder me in public.
with no evidence. He leveled accusations, and
And a table.
Yes, well,
Table.
oh, he also destroyed a table, and he never paid for it.
yes, well, that's all good and fine, but what does that have to do with me?
Well,
It's your town. You keep
control the
keep,
town.
don't you?
Yes, but if I got involved with every murder attempt that happened in these walls, well,
Well, you see, Lady Daggerford,
nothing else would get done.
That's fair, but what we are thinking is, this being a matter of life and death and whatnot, but also that it's...
Listen. No one is really that surprised that Sir Baldric decided to blame you. Let's
pretty
be honest.
surprised.
You're pretty surprised. Of course you are. Listen, you don't know what transpired today, did you?
No.
Well, we attempted a speak with dead ritual to ascertain the identity of Stormbreaker's killer. Only something went wrong, and she rose as a zombie.
Oh.
And Sir Baldric had to put her down. And it broke his heart.
Yeah.
And he needed someone to blame. Didn't matter to him if it was the right person, just that someone had to pay for the anguish he was feeling, not only having to watch his friend die, but then to watch her body desecrated, and then to have to destroy her himself. You must understand, the man was heartbroken. And you are the last person to have seen her alive. So it did not take a huge leap of logic for his grieving brain to decide you are the one that needed to pay.
That's.
Excuse me, Lady
It's a
Daggerford.
tragic story.
Lady
You should
Daggerford.
have more sympathy in your heart.
Well, he did say that he was going to kill Holden no matter what. So, could you put him in protective custody, maybe, just until we get the issue resolved?
Listen,
You've got open cell.
What were you gonna say, Tor?
I was just gonna say, leave it to royalty to not care about the peasants.
I mean
that is the role of royalty.
Yeah, we've noticed.
And I don't know, but I didn't vote for them.
Yeah.
No one did. No one voted for me. It's called Lady Daggerford. The city is called Daggerford. Do you think that happens by voting?
Lady
No, it happens by you inheriting a name.
Lady Daggerford, I have served your town faithfully. You can't just offer me up to this psycho. There's got to be something you can do, right? I mean, what's to say he stops with me? What if the grief doesn't end with me, and then he wants to start killing my friends or anyone who shopped at my shop? When did you step in?
What if for some reason he started to suspect other, like Holden's saying there, maybe he suspects somebody tampered with the spell, and he goes after them. That'd be very bad.
What are you implying?
I'm not implying
Spell
anything.
failed. The spell failed because of shoddy components were used. Poor
No,
quality
my components are not shoddy at all. Lady Daggerford, you and
Anybody got
I
any?
both know that.
Anybody
You
got any
do not
Lipton?
insult my components. They are top quality.
Y'all.
Triggered.
This is Ella's last name moment.
Ooh. Ooh. I need some
You
hot
do
water for this
not
tea.
insult Alla Callahan, right?
I don't know who you think you are, Miss Callahan.
I
But
am
your
the
honor.
best damn.
Whatever honor you think you possess that you can talk to a lady like that.
Oh, I don't care who you are. You insulted me first.
Ella.
That does not stand.
I'm coming here to save my life, Ella.
Moira just turns to Lady Daggerford and says, I'm terribly sorry. You'll have to excuse them. They're all idiots. I wasn't implying anything other than the fact that, I mean, granted, I'm not a wizard, but it seems like, turning into a zombie versus whatever, talking to them, it seems like it would be a little bit more than just, the cheap shelf frog's legs or whatever it is that goes into that stuff. So I'm just saying, having a loose cannon, as it were, running around your town might not be in the best interest of anyone, yourself included.
I think it's in everybody's best interest, Lady Daggerford, for you to step in while you still have a town.
That's also true. If they raise it to the ground, then there's nothing left for you to rule over.
Or if the people see that the people ruling over their town will abandon them because it's an inconvenience. I mean, you can have all the land you want, but what makes you Lady Daggerford is the fact that you have subordinates, and there has to be some mutual benefits to that relationship, even if it is heavier leaning on one side than the other. We don't expect much money or goods from you, but on some level, we do expect your protection.
Why
And
is
let
it?
me be blunt. Let me be blunt. If you
Maybe
don't
you
have
shouldn't
people
be
trained,
That's enough talking,
Ella. Simmer down.
Why is it that the person with the -1 charisma is always making these profound arguments? Holden, you're gonna have to make me a persuasion check, and because one of your compatriots is so intent on pissing off the lady, you're gonna make that check with disadvantage.
Okay, I can do this.
Given that Moira's been pleading, idiocy on the part of everybody else, can Moira assist?
I'll tell you what, Moira, being that Moira is assisting Holden, and being that Tor is holding back Ella, thanks to those two, that will cancel out your disadvantage, but it won't give you advantage.
I just rolled a 16.
Over 10.
So Holden's not dumb. He just can't communicate things well. So he's got these poignant points, but he's always stumbling over himself.
What do you suggest, Mr. Tudyk?
Look. There's nothing we can threaten them with that they can't endure. I think there needs to be a clear line established by you to them that if they cross this line, then they are out of Daggerford, and any money that they've invested is going to be yours to recoup. That way, if they cross that line, which is killing me, you gain the benefit of the money they've already invested in Daggerford, and you have all the reason you need to expel them from the city.
What makes you think I want to expel them from the city? And
Oh,
also, you're saying that if they kill you, I then have the means to expel them. I thought the point was to save your life.
Well, I'm hoping that once they realize the consequences that you set up for crossing that line, that will deter them from killing me.
It's almost like you're suggesting having rule of law and order or something like that.
Crazy idea, I know.
1492 is a weird time.
Even the rule of law demands justice. A woman has been murdered.
Then we
Someone needs to pay the price for that crime. Currently, we have no suspects thanks to a botched attempt at Speak with Dead, and someone, Sir Baldric, is justifiably, righteously upset that he won't be able to prove beyond a reason of a doubt in the eye of the law that someone is the murderer.
Wasn't there something found on one of the corpses when I was here? I recall someone reading something from the body.
Yes, we found a forged note that identified the Crimson Court, but it wasn't real.
Who's to say?
I am.
Why? Why would you want them to hunt down somebody in your town rather than the Crimson Court? If you're the only source that they have that note isn't real, why do we need to stick by that? Why not say it's real?
Holden, make an insight check.
I was gonna make an insight check as well.
17! What is going on?
17!
Let's go!
Holden,
Yes.
you just got under her skin. You're not exactly sure what you said that got under her skin, but something did. And she looks at you and grimaces and says, "You think too much.
All I have to do all day
You're
is
supposed to be a peasant."
Just because he's a peasant doesn't mean he doesn't have a mind. We all have minds.
Hello.
We're at this point, having, I think, put two and two together, is going, oh, would you look at the time? But it is late. We should probably be getting back to those places we have to go to.
I just want to leave Lady Daggerford with this. I understand that it might be more convenient.
If I wasn't clear enough, Holden, you got under her skin and you get the distinct impression that she's hiding something, and something you said is onto her.
No, yeah, and that's what I'm about to address here.
Okay, continue.
I just want to leave you with this, Lady Daggerford. I understand that it might be more convenient for a simple-minded peasant to be the culprit. And as unfortunate as that is, that may be the reality. But it doesn't have to be this simple-minded peasant. Good evening, Lady Daggerford. Jamie's gonna walk away.
She lets you walk away. She doesn't say anything in response to that.
Guys, I have a theory. We need to go. We need to go right now.
Before we
Oh,
leave-
you mean the Lady Daggerford isn't what she says who she says she is? Of course not.
Ella, she's already pissed. Let's not fuel the
Who do you
fire.
think is more pissed, her or me?
Who's the one that can do something about it, though?
Oh, we can certainly do something about it. We can totally tell Sir.
Are you having
Sir
this conversation
Baldrick.
right?
Moira
Gwen, are
is
you having
gone.
this conversation right in her office in front of her?
Sweet Jesus.
No, I'm not. Oh, I'm gone. I am gone.
Noir, I know you've left. I'm talking about Gwyn and Buggy are Ella and Tor are having a conversation right now. I'm wondering
Yeah.
if that's happening right in front of her.
Are we?
I don't know, are we?
Because I was under the distinct impression that we left before I said anything.
Run.
Okay, so you guys walked out the door and she let you know, and then you started. That's good.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure because the only one who said they were leaving was Noir.
Okay.
But sure. Okay, so you guys walk out the door and then continue your.
Yeah, because
The guards
Ella's
escort
pissed, but she's
you.
not stupid.
The guards escort you to the exit of the castle and let you walk out. And at that point, you can discuss what that meeting means for you there in the streets at night.
Moira just kind of goes, well, I have something to tell the snail now.
Yeah, and I have something to tell Sir Baldrick.
Wait, what?
Thor's just gonna keep walking. He's visibly pissed.
I'm gonna walk with Tor. Like,
Ella is fuming right now.
Ella, might I suggest maybe take like a quarter of a bing bang boom and just cool off, collect your thoughts.
Just take 20 to 30% off there.
And then if you're still that mad, we'll figure out something that we can do. Just don't do anything rash.
She's trying to get me friend killed, and she insulted me components.
I don't think she's trying to kill me specifically.
No, she's just trying to make sure certain other organizations are not affected.
But why?
Yes. Because she's a part of them. She's not who she says she is.
She's a part of who? The Warriors of Good Deeds? That wouldn't make any
The
sense.
Crimson Court.
She's in league with the Crimson Card, Holden.
She is not just in league with them, she's been replaced by one of them.
That seems a little more far-fetched.
How do you know, Ella? Please. How do you know?
Who else could know it was faked?
I don't know. Someone who's good at reading.
A member of the Crimson Card?
But what's the end game, Moira? If she's a part of the Crimson Court and they've had long established tension with the Warriors of Good Deeds, what's the end game? It doesn't make any sense.
You're basing this off the fact that she might be in the Crimson Court because she can decipher a note.
Well, you see,
A note which was faked. She's not wrong.
Allegedly.
Alleged.
Allegedly.
You're just assuming that it was such a good fake that she, in order for her to know it was a fake, she would have to have been a member of the Crimson Court.
Yeah, Holden hasn't
Yes.
latched on to the Crimson Court theory either. He's just trying to figure it out. Like,
Moira explained. She goes, "Well, you see, I copied Sadie's signature out of the book in the tavern, and I'm pretty confident in my forgery. So the only way she would know is if she's part of the Crimson Court, or she's seen correspondence from the Crimson Court, that sort of thing."
You guys still don't really know why Sadie
just about to
was
ask
passing
that.
through town, right?
Oh, yeah,
She
well,
just said she was passing through.
And she didn't seem worried that she was here out in the open, too.
Mm-hmm.
Moira
Again,
probably point that out.
more evidence towards the Lady Daggerford being replaced.
Ella, you sold Lady Daggerford the components for that spell, right?
Not exactly.
Okay, what do you mean, not exactly?
All right, you two don't know because you didn't read the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How am I supposed to trust you if you can't tell us something?
Moira's
right.
gonna hand,
I've
gonna
known
hand
you for
but,
7 years,
toward
right?
the
7
note.
years,
Yeah.
and you can't tell us something? Some friend, and I'm just gonna keep walking.
He's not wrong. They tried to kill me, and I'm gonna walk after him.
Moira's gonna follow them and hand Holden the note and be like, "Hey, this didn't seem that important at the time, but with everything else going on, but here's the note."
I'm only gonna stop to acknowledge if Tor does.
I'm
Yeah,
beyond
we're
pissed.
doing that. You guys left us out. Fuck you guys, walk.
Oh, this is more of a I'm pissed and I don't know who to trust walk.
Oh, well, Holden's walk is like, you're the best with the sword of my friend, so I need to stick by you. Please don't leave me. I'm gonna die.
Mama duck, baby duck.
Baby shark.
And
No.
I'm not even gonna put that one on the board.
Where do you two head? Or sorry, do Moira and Ella, do you let them walk away or do you catch up to them?
Moira tried, and they said no. So Moira's just gonna go find Fred and do her own thing for a while.
Yeah.
Got it. So Moira's off to find Fred.
I was going to catch up and try to apologize. Try. Whether it's successful or not is to be seen.
Okay, so you run to catch up. Holden and Tor, I'm assuming you were going back towards this blacksmith, the blacksmith shop. Given it's really late, like the bars have closed, and you're heading back towards your blacksmith shop, and Ella is trying to catch up. I'm gonna say, Ella, you just sort of catch up, just as they're getting up to the front doors of the blacksmith shop. For a dwarf, for a dwarf and a human, when they're fuming, they can sure speed walk when they want to.
Half orc.
Half orc. Sorry, you're half human. I was half correct.
Yeah.
Ella, what do you say to the half orc and dwarf?
I'm sorry, but I've known you for 7 years, and that's a long time.
Not long enough. Holden, open the door.
He takes his keys, opens the door.
No, I'm sorry. Shop will be open in the morning. Shut the door.
So Tor and Holden interrupt. Don't even listen to her apology. Blow her off. Walk into his shop and aim to shut the door behind them, leaving her outside. But unfortunately, before they get a chance to shut Ella out,
Oh boy.
Here we go.
they see what's waiting for them in the shop, which definitely sidetracks their train of thought and interrupts their attempt to slam the door. because they're just too stunned as they're met with the shocking and gruesome sight
No.
Oh God.
No.
of Gentry Fohammer's corpse
No.
What the fuck?
murdered.
Well, let's
And
take
there's
that
a note that says, "You're next, Two Dicks, Sir B." And that's where we're going to end
Just out of
the episode Warriors of Good Deeds Strike Back.
Gentry.
Oh.
Gentry dead. Got it.
Oh. Oh, I'm pissed.
Mm.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh. Oh, now I'm gonna make it slow. Now I'm gonna make it slow.
Jesus
Ooh,
Christ.
they killed my idol. Oh.
I thought the person that taught them was your idol.
Yeah, but he's also my idol by proxy. Oh.
I'm just waiting for that.
Oh
I
my
know
God.
we just ended, but I'm just waiting for that.
Just wait for what?
Holden to do the
Holden to do the.
One last
I know
thing,
we
though.
just ended, but I got more to say.
Uh,
Yeah.
No,
So,
flip this round.
thank you guys for joining us for another exciting episode of the Peasants Strike Back. We're gonna go around the table and tell you where you can catch us next and our favorite bits. And I will start us off. You can catch me next on Scraticus Academy tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, doing the premiere episode of Step Into the Quantum. Step Into the Quantum is a time travel game. We will be using a modified version of the Paranoia rules, not the Paranoia setting, which is very iconic, but we are using the Paranoia rules. And it is a time travel time heist, maybe time travel game. Tune in tomorrow night to catch the first episode and see what that's all about. It's going to be loads of fun. And then you can catch me again here next week, next Monday, for episode 10. This was episode 9, so episode 10 of the Peasants Strike Back. Time is flying by, and we are running out of episodes for you guys to finish off your job or be finished off by your job. So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what that's going to be. My favorite part this session. Ella mouthing off to Lady Daggerford. Was very inspiring. It was very inspiring, but I think I have to say that Holden's "I'm gonna die" speech, but you all, after I'm dead, should avenge me and kick the Warriors of Good Deeds out of this town. I think that is probably my favorite moment of the session.
mhm.
But Ella mouthing off to Lady Daggerford is a
We don't
very
usually
close
see
second.
Ella mad. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Hilarious.
You can burn
good.
down her shop, but
I had
don't
to-
you talk about the quality of her wares.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
There's gonna definitely be more of Lady Daggerford for sure
Oh
in
yeah.
upcoming episodes.
I hope.
That's definitely it's really quite it's really quite a lot of fun from the GM's perspective, I will say, because the way I built this setting, the way I built this game is that there was a lot of things that could happen, but it would kind of depend on which direction you guys decided to go. Lady Daggerford could play a large role, but she could also play next to no role. It was entirely possible that she never even came into the foreground at all. As the Lady of Daggerford, she is most likely to just hang back at her castle and never interact with the peasants because that's not her style. But you guys killed Stormbreaker, and then you wanted to. And then you became implicated in that murder, which dragged Lady Daggerford into your plot, and now there's other things going on. It's very cool to see like all the different pieces that I put into place come together in ways.
It's
I never
really
expected.
cool.
I can't tell you enough how much I just love this campaign.
Yeah.
Like,
It's been a good
No,
one.
do
10
tell
out of
us.
10.
Actually, I'm gonna throw the ball to you. You can tell us where we can see you next, Buggy, and
Hi,
tell
hot
us your
seat.
favorite bit. Yeah.
Like you said, I'm Buggy. You can find me on Twitter at Buggy2077. Shit. My favorite part, 100%, the snail. Viva la snail, baby.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing more of him too, for sure.
We better. You can find me tomorrow night over on my channel at team_totem_ for episode something of Plan to Fail. Also, I just put, I guess published, I don't know the word, my first ever skit script over on Script Revolution. It's 5 pages of things not to say when getting pulled over in the form of an 80s educational video. So, I mean, it's called Pulled Over. It's something I'm trying out.
Oh, I love that so much.
Yeah. But yeah, Joshua, thank you.
Thank you for joining me on this crazy adventure. Whoever wants to go next can go next.
Pass it on to Noir.
Shit. All right. First, I should do all the places you can find me again. You can find me on all the socials under Noir Enigma. That is your Facebooks, Instagrams, Twitters. I also forgot TikToks. I do some of those rarely as well. Also, just to mention it again, I am opening up commissions to do your D&D music. Does your character, campaign need a theme song? Let's talk. I can make some music for you. We can hammer that out. Now, as for my favorite favorite moment. That's it's hard.
Oh god.
Wait, what? Oh god. Well, as for my favorite moments, I think it was talking with Fohammer, and just Fohammer's crazy plans continuously backing Holden into a corner. Like, yeah, we'll find whoever killed Stormbreaker too and murder him. He's just like, yes, that's.
And especially how it was in Fohammer's mind, it was all your idea.
I know.
Well, hey, you don't have to worry about that now.
That was a brilliant
too
interaction.
soon.
That was a brilliant interaction. I had so much fun playing Fohammer with you in that moment. It was great. The more you dug your heels in on saying, yeah, we need to continue where that person left off, the more he was like, yes, we do, but also we need to avenge Stormbreaker. Like, it's this weird dichotomy because he hates the other three as much as you do, but he loves Stormbreaker, and it's just like it's this weird like I meet you.
It took a minute for that to click with him too, and it was just like, oh fuck, I'm fucked now. I'm in too deep.
Yeah, you were like. So I want to give a drink to whoever. I think you opened up by saying, "I want to give a drink to whoever murdered that Stormbreaker," and he's like, "I think you mixed up your words because we want to avenge her death. We want to give a drink to whoever's going to murder the other three, but not Stormbreaker. She was the only one with honor."
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Give a poison drink to them.
It was quality.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just low key. Now I'm gonna do a tag. I love the shit out of this campaign because I did not know if I was gonna live or die. Like I fully expected to die in this episode.
You came close a couple of times there.
I was dancing with it. It was fun.
You definitely playing with fire. You did. Yeah, we started off this episode by saying you were the instigator, and
yeah,
it's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
Oh goodness. And then Gwen, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you? All that good jazz.
I wouldn't say my favorite part was when she insulted my components, because that was, but I mean, it was just it was a great part, but all the innuendos between Holden and Fullhammer before he went and met with them. That was my favorite part.
That was pretty good. And we can find you next on Thursday, right?
Oh yeah, Thursday. Yeah.
Gwen is just like, oh, I forget to tell you when you can find me next because you can just assume that you can find me next here every day.
Yeah,
Just a
yeah.
Standing
I'm just
assumption that
like,
you can find me here every day.
I'm just like, still kind of.
I forgot something.
Yes.
Also, on the 20th of December, if you still want to sign up, there's still slots for Buggy's Christmas Boogaloo here on
Mhm.
Raven's channel.
I'm in
Yes,
that.
that's true.
Running a Christmas
I'm
theme.
absolutely
I'm running a
in it.
Christmas
RPG?
one-off. I'm running a Christmas one-shot, yeah.
Yes,
that'll be,
I'm already in that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Fuck Jesus,
on-
Buggy.
Is it like a Christmas Carol RPG style?
It's Whoville. When
Whoville,
Santa goes
okay.
missing. It's
Sounds like a blast.
it's gonna be something.
Should be pretty good.
Yeah.
And
I
with
hope.
that, I guess I'll go now. So my favorite part, there was a lot of them that were really good, but I think my favorite part was actually getting to integrate our fabulous Phoenix Astra into the lore here by officially naming Phoenix a patron deity.
She's my deity, y'all. I'm about to get one level of cleric at the end of this.
In Phoenix's name we pray.
I think that was my favorite part. And then as for where you can find me next, I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow or Wednesday. Well, if I do, it'll probably be like a last minute video game stream or something like that. But I've actually got a couple days where I won't be streaming, but I will be working on tons of new stuff for upcoming events and season 3. Speaking of all that, there are still some spots left for a couple of the campaigns in season 3. I'm also looking for another GM to do another campaign for season 3. That would be Tuesdays, roughly noon Mountain Time, starting in January. So if you or
Yes,
anyone you
please
know
me.
wants to look into running a campaign, definitely let me know. Also, there are one-shot spots open for GMs and players as well. So I would love to get all of your wonderful, amazing, and plenty of new faces on the channel hanging out and showing everybody what you can do. So if you are interested, feel free to DM me on Twitter, and I will get you all the details. So with all of that, I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. So we're going to do a raid. We're going to go raid Scrat. So if you're not already
Passion
following
diplomacy.
Scrat, definitely go do so. I'm going to go ahead and pop this on so I don't forget like I did last time. And then our raid cry is going to be, don't you insult my components. Feel free to copy and paste that as we go over. And then, yeah, I will see you all again on Thursday at about 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time for the next episode of Star Chaser. And until then, bye.
Bye.